Okay, we're rolling.
Love you, baby. Thanks. I need it. 1 second, I've got Ian Creek calling me. 1 minute. I'm going to call you straight back, Andrew. Bye. Mr. President.
How are you?
Baruch Hashem, I'm driving around in a car. I've got a camera rolling, and Rabbi Eisenberg's about to jump in the car in a few minutes. He's desperate to do this video with me.
You should be on the phone if you tried it.
I'm not on the phone.
Are you hands-free?
I'm completely hands-free. I'm not even touching the steering wheel, I promise you.
Good. So, I'm just looking at these tables. See, am I right? None of you want to sit with your kids.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't have even had kids in the first place. It was Miriam's idea. I was a bit drunk and she took advantage of me.
It's that fourth child. So there's nothing wrong with that name. Unfortunately, it was taken out of context about 70 years ago.
And that's the problem. Every now and again, a name comes up. Like, they had it with Joseph, right? Joseph Stalin got hold of it. No one wanted to call the kids Joseph. He had Adolf Hitler. And now Donald. I don't think anyone's going to be called Donald for a long time. And admit it, you don't meet that many Ians. Not a lot of Ians out there.
It's not a name that you give to kids anymore.
No.
But Bob Alper is the only practicing rabbi stand-up comedian. I think he's conservative or reform, but he's very good. If you ever hear him, I'll tape him somewhere. He's very good.
Are we thinking of replacing Eisenberg with this Bob Alper? I think it's time we had a conservative rabbi.
No, I don't.
Are you sure?
I don't. I'm saying it.
You sure we're on camera?
Hi.
I'm here.
I'm coming out in a minute.
Thank you. Bye-bye. We need some kosher music. Kosher music for the rabbi. Neil Diamond. Touching hand, reaching out. Where the hell are you? Touching you.
Right.
So that officially is recording everything you say right
Amazing.
now.
This is the Purim stand-up routine. Right, do you want to turn that off as I get in the voice code? We're good. I gotta be able to think.
It's gone.
It's gonna be like, you know.
It's gone. Get it out.
Get it out. I gotta stand up. You gotta get out there.
Gotta get
I'm
out.
nervous. I'm
Gotta
nervous.
stand up. You know how to do these things. You've spoken in front of audience.
Do I do this sometimes?
Well, get nervous.
Yeah.
I've never seen you get nervous.
Really?
Never.
You sure?
What about the first time you ever spoke in front of Shrubbs?
First time I spoke in front of Shrubbs.
You came for a trial, right?
Yeah. Do you know what was nerve-wracking? Everybody said the acoustics are horrible.
In the shul.
And you get up
The
and you're
ladies
like,
complain they can't
yeah,
see
you get up
over
and
the
you're
top.
like, I want out. Start screaming at everybody.
Mrs. Creek's always just perching over the edge. They have to look down on you. Yeah,
It's brilliant. And you know Ian Creek's joke.
I've heard the Voss joke. Have you heard the Voss joke?
The Voss joke.
Voss.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
It's
That's
a really
Voss
bad joke. He
That's
told me a
Voss
Voss joke the other night. And
That's
that
the
was,
first joke I've heard in a long time. That was awful. That's awful. Right? Joke, he said, you know, how many members of a shul does it take to change a light bulb? Change? My grandmother donated that light bulb. So it's tradition. And it's probably the same box of steel kichel.
He worked his way up rung by rung.
Well, you know what? But I think, you know, Ian Creek is like the Peter Pan of our shul. The little boy who never wanted to grow old. I mean, like, you know.
It's because he can't grow facial hair.
Is that what it is?
It's a rare condition.
Ian is actually also part of the Shrubbery's own choir. This is a group of men that are wonderfully musically gifted, renowned for the great accuracy and legendary harmonies that no one else does quite like them, for good reason.
They are unique.
They are unique, and they're led ably by Dr. Raymond V. Roth. Now, I must tell you, there I know what the V is. Do you know what Raymond V. Roth stands?
It's a woman's name.
It's Vivian. And you know, the reason it goes with his hairdo. You know, that's as Raymond V. Roth.
I heard the parents weren't sure whether he was or he wasn't a girl. Or
is that what it was? You know, it must have been a very, very difficult one. So,
America, what's the deal? Do you feel Austrian? Do you feel American?
It's hard.
Do you feel a bit English now?
I mean, it's funny because all my Austrian friends say I'm American. All my American friends say you sound English, and I know the English people say you're American. So I'm like, nobody really wants to say, oh, this guy's ours. Nobody wants to take me on.
No one wants to claim you as
No, I don't think so.
Except for us, except for Shrubbs.
Except for Shrubbs. Shrubbs is a good place to be claimed by. We hope we're not going to get kicked out over here with Brexit. It'll be interesting with the show.
You might be sent back home as being an Austrian or an American.
I'll make it up. We'll make it interesting for the show, won't it?
So
give a sermon via Skype.
Who do you think we should have next then if you go?
Who do I think we should have next?
If you could hand over to somebody, who would you want it to be?
Hand over to somebody. There's only one person in the show I think we can hand over to.
You're thinking about me, aren't you?
I'm thinking about Ian Creek.
Ian.
He's done everything else in the show. That's the only thing that remains for Ian, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think when we first arrived at Shrubbs, it was a different experience. It was great. Shrubbs is a great community because it's got all these different,
something for everybody, right?
That's something for everybody. It's got all these different types of people, and every type of person is different, and every type of person's got his own little. So I find that all shuls have interesting characters, and then God was like sprinkling it all over the world, and when it got to Shrubberies, like the top fell off. Sometimes you're sprinkling the soul and it goes, damn it,
true. That's very true.
Get one of those.
Very true. Well, I'll never forget the time that I was made to feel very welcome at Shrubbs. I mean, I grew up in Shrubbs as a kid because my grandparents were there, my parents and everything, and spent a lot of time in the shul. And then went away, got married and moved back, and then we ended up back in Shrubbs. I think it was for Shabbat UK, and I was just starting to get a little bit more involved with the shul. And Harris Fraser was present at the time. He turned around to me and said, I want to tell you something, young people, young families are so important to the shul. This is it. He's acknowledging me as arriving. He goes, I want to tell you something. I want to tell you who the future of the shul is. I said, yeah, go on, tell me. Do you know who the future of the shul is? Oh, naturally, I was thinking it was him. I didn't want to say.
This is the Hammond symptom, like if a
And he looked me straight in the eye and he goes, Simon K is the future of the shul. And that's when I knew I'd arrived. I felt very welcome at that day.
Welcome. It's a great welcome. No dust.
And joking aside, he actually he was very sort of, he pushes for people to get involved and get on the council.
Yeah, Shalom Goblat used to do that. Shalom Goblat, that was his big thing. He used to come over to people and says, I think you could go and cancel. I think you could do something with the shul. And I think that our shul, we have young people with a lot of talent, and there's lots of people that can really do a tremendous amount for our shul. We have a great group of new young people in the shul. I really think that they can and will be the future of the shul.
I think we should lobby for changing the political structure of the shul a bit, though. We've got to empower these young people. You're not allowed to get involved.
I don't get involved in these things.
You're like the Queen. You're not allowed to really get involved directly with Parliament.
But she has an opinion on everything.
But officially we report to you, right? And you report to the big guy up there, and that's where the buck stops. But
safe distance, 3 meters from the biker. How come it is that they can cut through right next to you, and then if you want to get around them, you got to give them 1.5 meters?
The law doesn't apply to them. Do you know who's the expert on anti-biking law?
Stuart Foster.
Stuart Foster is an expert.
Stuart Foster is the expert at lots of things.
He's an expert on social media. Very, very tolerant person. Very liberal.
He's amazing.
Very liberal.
Yeah, you hear things that he has to say about Muslims on social media. Like, I didn't know he knew that much about Muslims.
I didn't know he actually knew any Muslims whatsoever, but it looks like he keeps on top of all of them.
He is on top of all of them. He's got some very, very good friends in the Muslim community, I'm sure. And the only friends that he has that are better friends to him than the Muslim community is Beth Feingold.
That is true. That is true.
And he actually...
No, it's National Ladies' Day today.
I think it's great. I think every day should be National Ladies' Day.
In my
lot
house
of these days.
In my house it is.
Yeah. I know. In my house, I've always been vice president. It's. I believe that at National Ladies' Day, it's like Mother's Day or Father's Day. Once every year we turn around and we say, we think ladies are great. Okay, well, you don't behave that way. Why don't you behave nicely to ladies all year round, and then we won't have to have National Ladies' Day. So it's like Father's Day or Mother's Day.
In the Jewish religion, we celebrate it at least every Friday night with Eishes Chayil.
Yeah, we do celebrate it with Eishes Chayil, but I think I often felt that there's certain people that neglect their wives and then feel that they can sing Eishes Chayil with gusto on Friday night and make up for everything.
Have you been speaking to Miriam?
I didn't ask her that, but I know that you don't like my relationship advice because it always creates fights in your house.
It does create a lot of fights in our house.
They're in a car. This taxi driver tells me a true story. He says they get into the car and he's driving from Harnof to Ramot, which is quite a distance. And they're driving and on the way up to Ramot, and the taxi driver turns around to the guy and he says to him, it's Erev Shabbat, and he says to the guy, says, "Hey, brighten up. You look like you're going to your in-laws or something." Anyway, the wife goes, "See, I told you, every time we go to my parents, you make a face like that. You don't like going to my parents. Why do you do that?" And she started screaming at him and ranking him out. And the taxi driver, he just was trying to be funny. He's like, okay, guys, I'll take you for free. Just stop fighting. I promise I won't do anything. Just stop fighting. Will you please just... Let's do this. Do you know this one?
No, go, you go for it.
Where's the shades? We gotta do this with shades.
I've got some shades for you. 1 second, I've got some shades. Here's some shades. Oh, now you look cool.
You know this is about drinking. Livisume, ade ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada.
Feels a bit weird doing this before Purim, right?
Bit weird, but it's great. Sure. You're going right.
I'm gonna go
around. It's probably easier to go around than to go past Havers. Anything to make sure you don't go outside Havers.
I'm not allowed outside Havers. They've got a restraining order against me.
Livisume, get used to this song, you'll hear it over Purim the whole time. You can do, you pull down the windows and put up your volume. Lo yada, lo yada. Ade ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade lo yada. Ade ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade ade lo yada, ade lo yada.
We should have a Rakita around the car now.
I don't think so.